things that the topless meta on Twitch really annoyed me with is the level of gaslighting. I mean, how rich are these people? How can they afford so much gas when the economy is the way it is? Maybe I should encourage individuals to vote for Biden for another 4 years so that the gas can become even more expensive. And maybe then the people on Twitter would stop gaslighting because it would hurt their pockets. No, like, unironically, how can you show your face in public? Like, what type of person do you have to be to show your face in public and suggest that if you don't like to see a woman bouncing her titties in front of potentially underage people, that makes you a misogynistic pig? And like, okay, if that makes you a misogynistic pig, then why aren't you a misogynistic pig as well? Because this was what the conversation was about, right? Again, most people who know what I do, most people who follow me, this channel, like, you know that I am a very, how should I put it, sex positive person. Like, I generally do not care. In fact, like, I am all for lewdness, but not on a website where minors have access to. Like, Twitch is renowned to be a family-friendly website, right? Like, this is where little Billy spends his time. This is where the little kiddies go, and they watch Amaranth or whatever they do. Now, I am not against, like, Twitch having full-on pornography. Like, that's fine, but have it like an age-gated thing, right? Not on the main website, not on the main page, that when you go there, you see a woman flapping her titties. Not there, okay? Like have a thing which is like, are you over the age of 18? And then when you click yes, okay, fine. Like you gated it as best as the internet allows, of course, because there will be people that bypass it. I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I wasn't supposed to watch horror movies and the stuff that was coming from America with a lot of gore and slasher films, and yet I did manage to watch it anyway. But at least, like, they were doing their best in order to prevent me to. Like, when I was going to the VCR store, unless I showed ID, they wouldn't give me access to those movies. My parents were there. Yeah, like, I know parents, like, those mythical things that exist only in fairy tales, and no one brings them up anymore. It's just the responsibility of the corporation and the internet to keep our children safe. No, but like, still, right? Like, there is such a thing called decorum, and you are supposed to at least give a disclaimer, because maybe there's people who don't want to watch that, right? Like that's the thing. I, as a person who do what I do, like, I don't want these people to give the industry a bad name, because then everyone starts freaking out, saying, oh my god, the internet is full of porn, we need more regulation, more politicians, more blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I think that there is a place for that, but people should be adults and to consent for that if they want to see it. I don't think, like, your mother who goes on Twitch should see that on the front page, right? So that is what the conversation was about. But of course, no, like, you have to gaslight and make it about misogynismus and all of the people that hate anime on Twitter. Like, this is what really shocked me. Like, there are a legion of people that dislike anime for some reason. They were fine with this, right? So the moral of the story, drawing's bad, horrible to our culture. But a woman that puts herself naked in order to slave for Amazon and give Amazon a percentage of her bits, right? Like, give Jeff Bezos some of her cash, and also entice someone else's son in order to give her bits and donations and super chats. That is wholesome. Like, that is the new definition of well-being and safety. Fine, you know, every single day I'm more impressed by the morality that is being brought by Twitter. But with that out of the way, it did create a controversy, right? So many people were wondering, it's like, okay, can we know what the rules are? Because up until this point, the rules on Twitch were like, you have to dress as if your mother is at the dinner table. So it was basically people getting banned just for showing a little bit of cleavage or just by being a little bit indecent, right? Like, Twitch said, no. This is a family-friendly platform. Your mother is there. She's at the dinner table. Look at her. Is she approving of your cleavage? No, she isn't. Then put some rag on those boobies. That's how Twitch was up until that point. And of course, people have tried to bypass the community guidelines to I guess, go in the gray area and push to see how much it can be pushed. So you have like the bathtub streamer thing, right? Like people were like, okay, so if you have to dress for the occasion, like if I have to dress in a way that's appropriate, well, I'm in a bathtub now, so I'm going to dress appropriately for the bathtub, which means that I get to have a swimsuit, and that's where the bathtub streamers become a thing. That's when Belle Delphine starts to selling her bathwater, and eventually they cracked in on that as well. So now they have like a new rule. Because they said, okay, well, if some people are doing this, then we're going to allow artistic nudity. So instead of like age gating it, they're now allowing it, but it's like artistic nudity. So like, what the fuck does that mean? Like that if I show an anime girl, horrible. How can you even think of that? What, are you a pedophile? Like an anime girl from My Hero Academia? Only chomos watch that. You know, like Jesus fucking Christ. No, anime girls, no, they're horrible. They're the destruction of the West. It's like an art form that the Japanese are perfecting in order to bring down the American society. No, anime bad. Like what we're talking about is moral, decent, upstanding feminists that want to show their boobies on Twitch, and that is artistic, right? So it apparently, like, if you're doing it in a way that's artistic, I think like Zombie Unicorn, who was a renowned feminist that went out of her way in order to get some boof babes fired from E3 because they were being exploited, despite the fact that the boof babes were like, no, like, we're actually making money here and we like doing that. No, she went out of her way to criticize that and to say, look what the cisgender heteronormative system of oppression in America is doing to these poor women. Now watch me paint my tits on Twitch. Yeah, like, she literally went on Twitch and started painting her boobies. And again, like, that is wholesome, uplifting, but a couple of college girls deciding to find a job at E3 to dress themselves up like a cute elf, that was over the line. That is disgusting. That is horrible, right? It's almost like these individuals, they just don't like competition. It's almost like they're cutthroat capitalists and don't like it when someone else takes a cut of their pie. So they're going to use woke ideology as a pretext in order to make money. Kind of interesting, isn't it, when you put it like that? So yeah, I guess like this is what we're going to see on Twitch now. Like more ladies painting their boobies. Apparently, things like twerking and other type of provocative dancings will be allowed even on the main page, so you don't even have to put a disclaimer for it. It's very interesting, right? So like a 5-year-old can go on Twitch and watch a content creator twerk. That is family friendly, wholesome content, I suppose. But apparently, like, other forms that are sexually suggestive are not going to be on the main site, at least. But they're going to be allowed now. So there was I Show Speed doing, I guess, like, you know how the women do the thing with the breasts? He was doing it with the penis. So like he put the camera literally a few centimeters above his pelvic region, and he was shaking left and right, much to the dismay and horror of some ladies in the chat. But I guess like that is allowed now. Like he can do it. It's not a community guideline violation now. Now it's borderline permitted. Again, as long as it's flesh and blood, all right? Like if an anime girl does it, horrible. I wouldn't expect VTubers to be able to pull it off. Let me know what you guys think about the new changes in terms of service, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.